Hi, it's John Atkin from GDH Boxing at the EFC. What I'm going to look at today is stepping off. Sometimes when people try to do boxing movements, they'll put the weight in, but they won't step off movement. You'll see them jab, and you'll see them cross and that type of thing. What we're going to look for is stepping off and stepping off. The stepping off movement can be stepping off to the left, or stepping off to the right. In the sense wise, you can rate either 90 degrees or 45 degrees to the movement. So where we normally go 1, 2. So everything you're going to do would be ball and flat. So if I do my jab, it'll be ball of my left foot and flat of my right foot. When I take the right, I'll be ball and flat. What a lot of times you don't see is 1 step, 2. That step off creates that kinetic energy, whether I'm boxing, kickboxing, Thai boxing, any type of that style of movement. So from this position, instead of just taking that step, I can take that step off the centre line. So I'm basically moving my head past the centre line and throw my right hand. If I take it off the left, I can take the 45 degrees, just switching the stance to take the movement, or I can take it off centre line. So really all I'll do is move slightly out, moving past the line of the shot. See, if this was a jab coming that way, I could, as if I was parrying with the right, step off and throw it past their jab on the inside of their jab arm if they're orthodox fighters. If it's a cross, the cross comes over and I would step past the cross, slipping the cross while throwing the shot, rather than trying to throw it from the centre line where they've taken an aim at my head and I'm trying to throw and punch simultaneously. If they punch with their jab, I can step off and punch, or they throw their cross, I can step off and punch. So angle-wise, it's like how you would slip. You would slip an action with an action, so you wouldn't just do the defensive portion, which is the slipping action. You would slip and strike, which puts you in lines for other techniques. So if you're looking on the bag, I would step from there, or step from there, rather than I can make my jab cross, do that, so I can go 1, 2 straight forward. Then, if I need to step off it, step off it. So my centre lines move on, my head placements moved, I'm moving my head off the centre line defensively, and then creating an attack simultaneously to the defence, rather than my defence, then my attack. If they throw the jab, I can simultaneously throw my jab on the inside of their arm. If they throw the cross, I'll slip their right cross and throw the hand on the inside of their right cross. So weight-wise, I move my head off the centre line through my leg placement, not through just my head movement. My head movement would actually knock us off centre line balance. My step over would actually centre line my balance, but move my head from the centre line, if that makes any sense. So weight-wise, instead of being very little head movement, it'd be over there. From that set, you can work any other technique that you want to do, but what it does is it moves your head defensively off the centre line, but doesn't lose your centre line balance. Your feet movement, stepping with the motion, actually gives you a better striking portion. It's a bit like taking my jab, when I throw my cross, I'll step. I won't lunge it in that angle, so I won't be throwing it in this angle. I'd actually be throwing it in this angle, taking a step to throw my strike, rather than one big lunge, which then I can't move from. In this case, ball and flat. That makes sense? Try it singly, try it like shadow more than anything else. Get your foot movement feeling comfortable, then start trying it on a bag, then try it with a partner, compliant partner, that gets you used to doing it, not someone that's trying to take your head off. So you get used to just doing that movement, build it up like little bricks of that technique, so you're getting that feel of that step and jab, step and cross, step and jab, step and cross. So it doesn't feel alien, and it doesn't feel like an over lunging movement. So it helps pivotal head movement, but also creates counteractions. So it stops you overthinking the movement. Get a foot movement, feeling comfortable, start putting the hands in it, start putting the bag in the mix, then a person on the pads on the mix, then a person on the glove on the mix, and then it all works from there. You've got to practice it to make it feel comfortable. It's got to become yours. It's got to become your signature in posture. Just tried it once and I'm not very good at it. Why would you be good at it if you've only tried it once? All right? Why I?